Montrez, former sixth-man
Montrez hero.
in the NBA.
Tough shot.
On its way, the soft touch for the big guy.
Boy, nice, but
What happened?
Thought he was fouled again.
yeah, he probably hollered and one.
He got a technical? Wait, he what? Whoa. Did I hear that correctly?
Guys,
Hold on, let me mute this. The commentator said that he yelled and one, and the refs gave him a technical foul for yelling and one. Is this what this game is turning into? So these players can't celebrate for making tough shots like that? That was a tough layup, and he made it, and he simply celebrated by saying and one. You tell me that these basketball players can't celebrate and have fun in the game that they are most passionate about, that they put dedication in their hard-earned lives towards for the rest of their lives? Come on, refs, what are you doing?
Tape Jim Jackson able to unpack this now. So LeBron
Foul LeBron.
is fouled by Ayton. That's called by Tyler Ford. He immediately tees up Booker.
Why did he get teed
throws
up?
the ball to Mark Davis. Then he gets a quick tee by Justin Van Dyne, who throws him out. Videotape Jim Jackson able to unpack this now. So LeBron.
I know Devin Booker did not just get ejected from the game for passing the ref the ball. He passed the ref the ball, and he got ejected from the game for passing him the ball. These refs, you gotta do better, man. Good steal by Noel. Push the pace.
Nice steal by Nerlens Noel.
Push the pace, man.
You've got another technical foul. If it's on Draymond,
Technical
he's
foul on
ejected.
who?
He's out.
What did he do? I didn't see him do anything.
Wow.
He was just running down the floor.
Draymond is ejected from the game here.
Refs. Bro, refs. This better not be no... Yo, refs.
He was running back on defense.
I can't even talk. What did he
The
do?
youngest upper right of your screen. He's barking a little bit. Wow.
Refs, you guys gotta relax. He's not yelling at you. He's yelling at James Wiseman, showing quality or showing leadership. I can't even talk because you refs are like, he's showing leadership qualities towards James Wiseman because, I mean, that's what a leader should do. He's not relaxed, Rev. Like, is this what the game of basketball is turning into? Like, honestly, like, for real? Oh, man. Oh, man. What's up, you guys? Your boy Eli Faz back with another video. Now, I'm gonna say this first. I'm gonna make things very clear. I really didn't want to make this video. For a very long time now, I've been holding back towards making a video like this, but this specific topic has to be addressed in some way, shape, or form since it is honestly starting to get ridiculous. Throughout my lifetime of watching NBA basketball, I have never had any complaints with the game, but the game has drastically changed from the time I started watching basketball towards the time that I am currently watching basketball in present time, and some of these changes are really affecting the game of basketball in a negative way, and that is what we're going to be addressing in today's video. Now, before I start today's video, I just want to clarify something real fast. Some of you guys may already know this, but if you don't know, I usually upload a video every Sundays and Fridays, but for this specific Sunday coming up in 2 days, there will most likely not be a video. I'm gonna be as open as possible to you guys when I say this, but as of lately, school has been a heavy burden for me to bear, especially this week that we are currently in. Due to this circumstance, I really haven't had time to make 2 videos in this week alone because I had to spend more time on my studies in school. Now, there is still a possibility that I will have just enough time to make a video for Sunday, but if there isn't any uploaded content, however, then that is my reasoning, and I hope you guys perfectly understand. But other than that, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to this channel. And now let us get into today's topic. Now, as I've mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is a topic that has been a problem within NBA basketball for a couple years now, and it seems like this problem is slowly getting worse and worse as the year goes on. This problem that I'm currently referring to pertains towards these horrible, these dreadful, awful refs that are officiating all of these games. games. As of recently, these referees have been terrible in every single way. Now, by all means, it is a known fact that NBA refs have a tough job and burden on their backs when it comes to officiating these basketball games. Now, I completely understand that these people are human beings and they aren't perfect in any shape or form, and they will make mistakes on occasional frequency, but as of lately, these quote-unquote mistakes that these refs are making has just been the most controversial mistakes that I have ever seen in my life. And it is honestly starting to feel like these same controversial calls that these refs are making in these basketball games are happening within every single game that I continue to watch. Now, throughout the years, NBA games has had their outcomes determine whether if a team wins or loses that game in particular, and large amount of these games, you guys can agree with me when I say this, were determined because of these refs making the wrong calls, whether if it's a foul call when the player didn't even experience any type of contact going up for the shot, or if it's NBA players being ejected from these games without even performing outrageous actions towards the refs or other players in general along the floor alongside with them. And then there are examples similar to this.
That ball out.
Absolutely, he's out.
How
Wow.
in the world do you
I mean,
miss
how
that?
do you miss that? And here's the shot by Steph Curry.
Good move in two.
Now, you guys may have seen this play over 1,000 times now, but this is a great example. Now, you see Kevin Durant is clearly out of bounds while saving the ball, and the refs rewards Kevin Durant for saving the ball while being out of bounds by not even getting a call for to go the other way for the Houston Rockets' favor. And then Curry drains the mid-range shot as the ball is saved towards him. Now, I know the Rockets ended up winning this game in the long stretch of things, but this one play that wasn't called by the refs could have been the sealing factor for the Rockets to easily lose this game. There are way too many plays like these that occur on a high probability, and these are blatant calls that the refs have to make in order to properly officiate the game without controversy, but it seems like these refs daydream while they are on the floor. These are mistakes that are commonly made by NBA referees when they officiate these ball games, and it is honestly sad how some of these calls or non-calls being made are clear as day plays that should be an easy decision for the refs to make, but obviously my point is being proven wrong, and apparently these types of calls are harder to determine in these referees' eyes. But these are scenarios that are only the tip of the iceberg. Now, as of recently in the 2020-21 NBA season, there has been an abruption amount of technical calls literally being handed towards NBA players when these players aren't even performing any types of actions that are worthy for granting them with a technical call. Now, there are players showing emotions for them making tough shots, players simply passing the ball towards the refs, and even to go as far as players slapping the floor, receiving technical calls, and even being ejected from these games, and they aren't even doing anything outrageous at all. All these players want to do is play basketball, but it seems like the officiating is making NBA basketball for these players not even fun to play, because how can you even have fun if you can't even express your emotions for the game that you're most passionate about? Now, just a few nights ago, the Jazz played against the 76ers, and Donovan Mitchell has gotten ejected in overtime. Here is what he had to say about the officiating throughout this entire season alone.
But it's tough, KK. Like, it's tough to go out there and see how we fight and compete, and to have a game like that taken from us. And I'm never ever one to blame a ref, to blame an official. I could say we could have done more, but this is getting out of hand. You know, there have been games like this that we've won. There have been games like this that we've lost. But this whole refereeing stuff and the way we're nice, we don't complain, we don't get frustrated. You know, we fight through things. And the fact that we just continually get screwed in a way by this, you know, like we won this game, in my personal opinion, you know. But like I said, I'm gonna give them credit. They won, whatever, cool. But like, this is it's a consistent thing, and you know, the question is, can we do it? Can we sustain it? Are we for real number one? Like, yeah, the hell we are, and it's getting ridiculous, KK. That this is what's happening.
Now, I'm going to give you guys a scenario to think about. Imagine if we are in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and let's just say the NBA Finals matchup is against the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Brooklyn Nets. Within this game, the Lakers go up by 20 points, and they are looking like they are going to win this game in dominant fashion. Now, let us just say that in the third quarter, LeBron James celebrates as he hits a tough fadeaway shot, and the refs double tech LeBron James for that celebration, and he gets ejected from the ball game. Now, the Lakers star player is out of the ball game for the rest of the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter, and now the Nets make a 20-point devious comeback simply because the Lakers are missing LeBron James, who is the best player on that team, and the momentum shifts. The Nets come back from down 20 points and they are now in the lead, and they eventually win Game 7 to win the NBA championship. If this were to happen, the Lakers just lost their chance of being an 18-time champion in franchise history, all because of a controversial ejection committed on LeBron James. This problem with the refs ejecting players for literally no reason is gradually growing, and now us as NBA fans and even NBA players now have to worry about something that they shouldn't even have to worry about in the first place. Now, I really didn't want this video to be too long, so I'm just gonna leave it up to this. Just as how NBA players get fined for expressing honesty within media interviews, these refs need to get fined for making these calls that shouldn't even be calls. It really impacts the flow of these basketball games, and it honestly makes me angry watching basketball from a fan's perspective, and time after time I am seeing games being decided because of the referees. But other than that, that will be the end of today's video. I may have sounded like a spoiled brat throughout this entire video, but at this point I really don't care. This has to be addressed and something needs to be done. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.